Some vehicles are built to be used. And then there are machines like this, designed for people who don't ask what something costs, but what it represents. True exclusivity comes from combining luxury and performance in a way that feels intentional, and that's exactly where this truck positions itself. The luxury pickup segment is a battlefield of power, design, and identity, where different brands are approaching the same idea from completely different directions. You have the raw power of the Ram TRX 3000 and the refined elegance of the Lincoln Navigator pickup. One is a weapon, the other is a statement of grace. Mercedes offers isolation and comfort with the Maybach GLS 800, while the BYD Shark 7 focuses on efficiency and practicality. But Cadillac didn't build the Escalade 1000 to compete with them. They built it to represent a signal of position, success, and confidence. It's the kind of machine that tells people you've arrived, and you arrived without compromise. Because in this world, some things don't need an explanation. Cadillac understands that buyer. Someone who closes high-value deals during the week and still wants the ability to tow and travel without switching identities. Someone who doesn't see luxury and capability as separate categories, but expects both in the same place. That's this truck. The first thing you notice is the chrome. It's not decoration, it's structure. The grille feels more architectural than mechanical. At its center sits the gold Cadillac crest, raised and impossible to ignore. It represents a brand reclaiming its position as the standard of the world. At 238 inches long, the Escalade 1000 doesn't just match presence, it expands it. Its proportions are deliberate and exaggerated. The obsidian black finish isn't standard paint. It's 9 layers deep, absorbing and softening light to give the surface incredible depth. This is Cadillac defining what an American ultra-luxury pickup is supposed to be. And the moment you see it, that definition becomes clear. From a distance, the Cadillac Escalade 1000 looks dense, a silhouette carved into space. It doesn't demand attention, it holds it. The lighting design is integrated directly into the grille. Vertical light columns illuminate as a single unit, acknowledging your presence. The hood is long and wide, focusing on one idea: mass. It communicates power through scale and proportion. Sitting on 24-inch forged alloy wheels, chrome is highlighted here to reflect luxury and presence openly. The side profile follows a single clean body line all the way to the tailgate, giving the truck a sense of flow. Even the rear section maintains this language, with a 5.7-foot bed featuring an embossed Cadillac crest and integrated lighting. The Cadillac Escalade 1000, presence of power, purely substantial. Built-in 120-volt power outlets and 4 tie-down cleats rated at 200 pounds ensure secure anchoring and real-world utility. Capability is strong, with a 350-pound payload and up to 10,000 pounds of towing capacity. This truck is ready for any task. The rear features a full-width LED tail light bar activating in a sequential pattern, creating a lasting first impression. This truck doesn't try to arrive quietly. Once you step inside, it becomes a high-level executive environment. Cashmere, semi-aniline leather, and open-pore walnut create a sense of warmth that feels like a high-end office. Front seats offer 24-way adjustment and a massage function to reduce fatigue and keep you in total control. Every detail is intentional. This is Cadillac's most advanced and luxurious executive truck experience yet. A 38-inch curved OLED screen sits behind a single piece of optically bonded glass, extending across the dashboard. It integrates the instrument cluster, infotainment, and passenger display into one continuous surface. The layout is clean and easy to read, but also highly functional. The system is powered by Google built-in, meaning navigation, voice commands, and connected services are deeply integrated rather than added on. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are included, allowing seamless connection without cables. The interface responds quickly, and more importantly, it's designed to reduce distraction rather than add to it. But Cadillac made a very specific decision here that separates this truck from others in its class. They kept physical controls. Below the main display, you'll find knurled aluminum knobs for climate adjustment. Solid, tactile, and easy to use without taking your eyes off the road. It might seem like a small detail, but at high speeds, it makes a real difference. Instead of navigating through layers of menus just to change the temperature slightly, you can adjust it instantly. It's a reminder that while this truck embraces technology, it doesn't rely on it entirely. Moving into the rear cabin, the experience becomes even more refined. Instead of a traditional bench seat, you get captain's chairs designed to feel closer to first-class airline seating. They include calf rests, individual climate zones, and a dedicated center console finished in the same walnut and chrome materials as the front. Ambient lighting runs through the cabin using a controlled blue tone that highlights the structure without becoming distracting. It adds depth, especially at night, but never overwhelms the space. And then there's the sound environment. At highway speeds, the cabin measures around 58 decibels of ambient noise. That's quieter than the Lincoln Navigator pickup, which was specifically engineered for cabin isolation and still sits slightly higher at 61 decibels. The difference may seem small on paper, but inside the vehicle it's noticeable. The truck isolates external noise effectively, creating a calm, controlled environment even at speed. Road noise, wind, and vibration are minimized to a level that feels closer to a luxury sedan than a pickup. But unlike some vehicles, this one maintains a balance. You're isolated but not disconnected. And that becomes important when you start thinking about what this truck is designed to do. Because everything inside is built to support a specific kind of experience. One where you can transition from a business environment to a driving environment without feeling like you've changed spaces entirely. It's consistent in every single detail. The materials, the layout, the technology, and even the acoustics all work together to create something that feels unified rather than layered. And the more time you spend inside, the more you realize that this interior wasn't designed to impress quickly. It was designed to hold up over time. It doesn't rely on flashy elements or unnecessary complexity. It focuses on quality, usability, and presence. And that's what defines it. Not just luxury, but controlled luxury. Not just comfort, but purposeful comfort. And by the time you've taken in the entire cabin, it becomes clear that this truck isn't trying to compete with other pickups on interior features alone. It's trying to redefine what the interior of a pickup should feel like at this level. But as refined as it is inside, none of it would matter if the performance underneath couldn't support the identity Cadillac is building here. Because this is where the truck shifts from being impressive to being something much more serious. Because once you move beyond the design and the interior, you reach the core of what truly defines this truck, its engineering. And this is where Cadillac makes its most decisive statement. Everything you've seen so far is supported by a platform that has been carefully developed to handle both extreme power and refined comfort without compromise. The Escalade 1000 pickup is built on Cadillac's reinforced truck platform, but unlike traditional setups, it uses an independent rear suspension system. This is a significant choice. While some trucks rely on solid rear axles for durability, Cadillac takes a different approach, prioritizing ride quality and control without sacrificing strength. The system is specifically tuned for dual-purpose performance. On one side, it's engineered to handle the stress of high-output acceleration. Launching a vehicle with this level of horsepower requires stability, balance, and precise weight distribution. The chassis has to remain composed under pressure, and that's exactly what this setup delivers. On the other side, it's designed to absorb imperfections in the road with the same level of refinement you'd expect from an Escalade SUV. That means when you're cruising, it doesn't feel rigid. It feels controlled, smooth, and insulated. This balance is what separates it. This truck attempts to do both raw capability and comfort through careful engineering rather than compromise. When you connect a trailer, up to 10,000 pounds, the rear suspension automatically levels itself, ensuring stability regardless of weight. But all of this exists to support what sits under the hood, a supercharged V8 delivering 1,000 horsepower. The result is 1,000 horsepower and 8 to 76 lb-ft of torque, placing it among the most powerful trucks ever produced. While the TRX offers similar power, the Escalade 1000 delivers it with a level of refinement the Navigator and Maybach simply can't match. It's refined, controlled, and highly exclusive, removing complexity without removing capability. Then there's the BYD Shark 7, producing around 450 horsepower while delivering up to 200 kilometers of range. It represents efficiency and practicality, something this Cadillac was never designed to compete with. And that's the key point. This truck isn't trying to win on efficiency or the lowest cost of ownership. It's competing in a very specific space, delivering extreme power inside a luxury environment. It's not just about how fast it is, it's about how it feels while being that fast, smooth, and controlled. The starting price sits at around $110,000, but for this segment, that's only the beginning. Options and customizations quickly push the total significantly higher, well beyond the initial number. Owners should expect high fuel usage from this 1,000 horsepower supercharged V8. But for the intended buyer, fuel cost is not a limiting factor. It's about the experience. Maintenance is where things become specific. Ownership clearly defines who this vehicle is built for. Owning an Escalade 1000 isn't just about utility, it's about exclusivity. From specialized servicing to customized insurance, every detail reflects its high-value status. While it's a fully functional pickup capable of real-world tasks, it's more at home outside luxury hotels and private residences. This truck is an extension of identity, communicating success without needing explanation. Compared to raw performers like the Ram TRX or reserved luxury like the Navigator, the Escalade 1000 sits above, bold, American, and unapologetic. It doesn't try to hide what it is. It embraces the representation of your success. In the end, practicality was never the point. Exclusivity was. The Escalade 1000 pickup exists to deliver something specific, a combination of power, luxury, and presence. It takes a format associated with utility and transforms it into something that operates on a completely different level. This is a truck for someone who doesn't separate their professional image from their personal lifestyle. Someone who expects authority in every environment, whether at a meeting, hosting clients, or driving through the city. It's focused, it understands its audience, and delivers exactly what they expect. So, does it make sense to buy one? For the buyer this truck is designed for, logic isn't the deciding factor, presence is. And in that sense, the Escalade 1000 doesn't just make sense, it delivers exactly what it was built to represent.